Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a cool suggestion. If I understand correctly, first of all, the title is KARL Pilkington, a cat that didn't look happy, of course. XFM animation. If I understand correctly, it's basically fan-made animation to the podcast or the conversations these three men had. So exactly, I know, it sounds totally interesting. So, let's watch. I'm very curious as how they got this done, so let's go.
Alright, on XFM 104.9. Can I just tell you a story that Carl told me a couple of weeks ago?
Is this another ghost story? Another spooky story?
Yeah.
Okay, it's very different. Oh, I thought... Dude, Steven looks like Steven. I thought it was going to be more similar to the animation that we all know from the Ricky Gervais show, but more fan-made. But, okay, this works too. Hold on, I wasn't expecting that, so...
Told me a couple of weeks ago.
Is this another ghost story? Another spooky story?
Yeah. I called him out. I was, what are you doing? He said, I've just been reading ghost stories again. He said, you don't believe in them, but how do you explain this? Right, I went, go on. He said, I'll tell you as he told me it. He went, bloke, right, just sitting at home, doing it, watching telly with his cat. And the phone rings, and it's a bloke going, is that fire in your oven?
Is this Carl? I like how they had the picture on the wall is the exact same picture we just saw. But wait, I gotta listen again. I'm distracted because I'm paying attention to the animation. And you got Carl's diary in the bucket in the back. You got The Office. You got Top 50 Freaks. You got... I have no idea. So I'm distracted, but...
Go on. He said,
sorry. All right.
I called him out. I was, what are you doing? He said, I've just been reading ghost stories again. He said, you don't believe in them, but how do you explain this? Right, I went, go on. He said, I'll tell you as he told me it. He went, bloke, right, just sitting at home, doing it, watching telly with his cat.
Bald?
And the phone rings, and it's a bloke going, is that fire in your oven okay now? Because your wife called. And Carl went, well, 1, there was no fire in the oven. 2, he wasn't married. I went, right.
That's Carl. Okay.
Then, right, there was a knock at the door, and there was 2 sort of people in sort of white coats, and they came and said, we've come about that fire. Your wife called us.
That one looks like Elon Musk for some reason. I don't know who that looks like, but I'm a little scared.
He went, 1, there isn't a fire in my oven, and 2, I'm not even married, right? And he said they saw the cat, and they looked at the cat. It looked a bit weird at the cat came out, and it was nothing. He said, and then he went back, and sat down, phone rings, and they said, did they sort out the fire in the oven that your wife told us about? He went, 1, there is no fire in my oven. 2, I haven't got a wife. And Carl went, what do you think of that? I went, that's not it. He went, yeah. I went,
that's the end of the story.
What? He went, well, how'd you explain that? I went, explain what? I thought he was going to say, a year later we got married, but she died in an oven fire. Right? I thought it was going to be that. And I went,
that's what? People winding him up.
Yeah, or someone did report a fire in the oven, and their name was Johnson, and they looked up Johnson, they got the wrong thing, it was the gas board, and they sent it round to the wrong person, right? You know, he went, yeah. I said, I explained it to him, he went, yeah. Why did they look at the cat funny?
Right? Because it was bald from the half.
Oh, man alive, Carl. This is really weird, right? I was in my house once, right, and the doorbell rang.
Yeah.
Right, I opened the door, there was no one there.
Yeah.
Right? And then I looked across the street,
and
right, and there were some kids running away.
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
There was another time, right, where, like, I opened the door and there was a bloke goes, you've ordered pizza. I went, I haven't ordered pizza. And I heard my mate upstairs giggling and putting the phone down.
Yeah. How do you explain that? Carl, seriously, why did you tell me that story? What did you think it was weird about that?
The fact that it was 3 different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall asleep and not read the end?
A fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack, Carl. What? I mean, why did they look at the cat funny?
Because cats don't like spirits, do they?
What? The other blokes were ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So these are kind of beetle about type ghosts. These are ghosts who walk the earth as the undead, just winding people up slightly.
That's lovely. That is lovely.
Seriously,
and a cat that did not look happy.
But seriously, why would ghosts wander around just like winding people up?
Oh.
Maybe something did happen there years ago. Some fire, some woman might have died in a house of a fire or something.
Yeah.
And it sort of all happened again. Bit of a...
Yeah, it's certainly a mystery.
I mean, if you don't
It's a mystery. I mean, I can't.
What's this book you were reading? You were reading a book, which is interesting enough.
It was the For Tea and Times.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, I'll tell you this, Carl. Here's a track that will spook you right out. This is Warren Zevon from, what was it, like about 1979, early 80s?
Oh, great track.
Werewolves of London. Play this, Carl. But don't be scared.
But don't be scared. That was interesting. Michael Leighton Animation. There you go. That's the guy that animated it. Since it was so different, I was just really caught up in the visuals of it. The story was weird. I guess. A cat that didn't look happy. I thought it was going a different direction. As per usual. They find a way to not make sense. But, Personally, no disrespect to Mr. Michael Leighton, but personally, I don't like the style of animation. It kind of reminded me of the animation style of King of the Hill, and I never liked them. I never liked the way they look for some reason. But yeah, I was just distracted in the details and stuff. But props for everybody that made this, because I imagine it's more than one person, because I know that takes work, and it had skill there and stuff. But maybe it's because I'm more used to the one that looks like the Flintstones or whatever. And I don't know. I find the other ones cuter, I guess, but because they're a little bit more cartoony and cutesy. But anyway, it was interesting. I did enjoy it. The story was not there, but that's the whole point. So I don't know. I liked it. I liked that it was something different to watch, and I liked that somebody tried something different, and that was cool. So I appreciate the suggestion. And again, interesting stuff. Anyway, that was me watching that. Now this is me leaving. So goodbye.